All right, here we go. Let me set up a few things. We're not yet finished. But anyways, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream tonight. This is Sigurd Chronosecht, Clockwork Wizard, and part-time adventurer, right here, ready to provide some stories tonight. And just like before, I'm going to continue with another game. Another story to push through, and we're gonna see if we can push further into the main quest. Yes, we're talking about Final Fantasy XIV. Now, in case you might be wondering, when am I gonna start Final Fantasy III? Keep your eyes peeled, and I'll keep you posted because we are working our way there right now. While we're setting this up, let's figure out the other things that we're supposed to do today. So, let's check this real quick. Here we are. We're currently in our Scholar version. We're about to take on another quest, but I was thinking of taking a trial first before we do this. Or something of the sort. Let's bring out our friend, which, in case you noticed, normally this should be a fairy, but we had to put this on a vote, and somehow, final word was we're going to work with a carbuncle in this case. So we managed to get our glamour running for both the Eggies and the fairies. And so now both Summoner and Scholar are going to bring out carbuncles until we reach a certain point. Anyway, I think this is the time when we're going to start our transfer. So I think let's do that, but let's check. Should we go with... I think let's go with Samurai with this one. Since this is a rather fitting setup for this leg of the story. Oh, hey, Flightless Bird, welcome to the stream. And even though it's brief, I'm glad to have you along. About to go to bed, wanted to pop in to support. And, oh yeah, thanks. I'd love to see you on Saturday, though. And if in case you want to see what happened after this, if in case you have the time, just check out the VOD, and you'll at least find out what happened. I'm glad that you managed to hop in and pop in and basically watch where we're going at this point. Anyway, have a great rest of your evening, friend, and looking forward to seeing you in the next stream. All right, sally forth, my dear penguin. You have a long night ahead of you. You take care now. I'll keep you posted here on the VOD, if ever. Now, meanwhile, we're going to be pushing the story with the samurai, and we're going to see how far we can go tonight. We're going to push more story, and probably this might be a short stream. It might end at around 12 or 1 o'clock. At least that's my plan anyway. This won't be too long. I'm aiming for like 1 or 2 hours. So, let's see where we are at. Let us set aside the matter of this Ascian until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There's but one final favor I would like to ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the resistance with vital imperial secrets while feeding his paymasters subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I've closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still don't understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It's all I have left of my father. Now, speaking of that, let's check out Oriange. Alright. And as you notice in this particular leg of the story, we're about to say our final goodbyes to this particular structure. We're going to be leaving the Waking Sands. So that's what we left off from last time. Some developments have taken place that we are now currently making our preparations to have the Scions of the Seventh Dawn move their base of operations due to some notable conflicts of interest. Staying here within Ul'dan territory might actually jeopardize the neutrality of the Scions, so they came to that decision of moving. And that's what we're going to do right now. I thought thee departed. To what end dost thou linger? Here. Warburton's journal. Might be useful. The father's final bequest. The daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well can I imagine the antecedent's pain. Upon my honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Sigurd, this is Minfelia. Forgive me, but I could not wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Oriange, I bid you come to the seventh heaven in Reverend's Toll. Tatar will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new aetherite in Reverend's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep. Oh, she wants us to test the thing. Alright, alright. Oh no. That's actually for something else. I don't want to open that yet. So let's do that, shall we? Off to Mor Dhona. Wow, there's a lot of icons here. A lot of blue icons. We're gonna check that later. I believe that's going to be additional content that we're going to open. Let's do the main quest first. Oh, Sigurd, you're here. Good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. I was just telling your restive receptionist here. I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us at the Waking Sands ever was. Basically, make it similar to the Waking Sands, huh? Nice. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar faces and unfamiliar places. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. Oh, wait a second. He looks familiar. Ah, that man. I can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. You've seen that structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land just to the southeast of here. If tales are to be believed, it is a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, and that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. The man over there is no exception, and if my instincts are true, he knows more than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than to talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't outside occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Hey, Alex! Hey, hello! You are here, and you are here indeed. Welcome to Final Fantasy XIV, friend. And right now we are moving our base of operations. Basically, that's what you are looking at here. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat, despite the relocation. With that, Sigurd, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Antecedent, I guess? Or antecedent, I don't know. Whichever works. So, the Crystal Tower series is now available from the Outlandish Man. Here. In order to progress the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. While you are granted a respite from your duties as a Scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancients may be gleaned. Ancient secrets. Let's see if we're quest blocked right now, because we will do that. So many blues. I think I'll have to start opening these later. We'll get to that shortly. Anyway, here we are. The Rising Stones. Some interesting faces. Continue. Tancred. Flamin. Stola. Nothing here as well. Hoary Boulder, Ida, Papalimo. Where are the others? I didn't realize the Scions had moved until I arrived at Vesper Bay. Thankfully, Oriange was kind enough to direct me here. I know I've only just joined, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. This guy's he's an Elysian, and you can tell that he's also a thaumaturge, judging from his staff. We'll see him later. Here's our boy Thancred. As ravishing as ever. Perhaps for old time's sake she would... God, Sigurd, don't sneak up on me like that. We bards are an easily startled lot. Oh, he's a bard. He's... Oh. Trying to rekindle an old flame there, are ya? And hey, the boy Thancred. Hey, me, welcome to the stream. Solaire, you too, welcome to the stream, by the way. Just in time. Yeah, I think you can notice, I think it just occurred to me, even after playing this for a good while, it just occurred to me that our boy Thancred here might still have a thing for Flamin. Who, in case you missed the previous episode, the one from yesterday, we just found out that she is the foster mother of Minfilia, which makes Thancred technically our foster father, perhaps? I think that might be it. Let's talk to her real quick. Oh, you wish to help? That's very kind of you, but I can manage on my own. Besides, you should be out having grand adventures, not withering away here beside me. Okay, if you insist. And here's Hoary Boulder. We just met these guys. The horror. The horror. What do you mean the horror? What happened? Ah, I love the smell of victory in the morning. It smells like sweat. No. Muntui sauce. No. Victory. Yes. Victory. What is wrong with you, Ida? So here we are. Completely independent and unquestionably neutral, or at the least more so than ever. Truth be told, I cannot say it feels that different. Of course, Ida begs to differ. I have a feeling Horrible there just got a beatdown from Ida, and it's a stuff of nightmares. The man's wheezing on the floor and Ida's on the side doing squats. Yep, exactly. By the way, Ida is she's a pugilist. So I think those squats make sense, since a lot of her movements would require a lot of good footwork. So she can propel herself forward and deliver punishment with those fists. He's actually the most physically involved among the Scions. The other one being Thancred. So those two are the most notable ones that I would see as martial characters. Yet. You know what? Now that you mentioned it, he does have it. He's got the get. With all that squats, I can understand now. Yes, she does. The thickening. Well, she is fit. I'll tell you that. She is fit. Ida is really fit. Now let's check on our cat mommy here, Ishtola. As you can see, our Sharlayan allies have furnished us with a wealth of new tomes. It would be prudent for you to broaden your knowledge as well. Yep, I understand. We'll get to that. So in case you're wondering why I used Samurai right now, I'll show you my my gear sets. We have Summoner, which I named after, of course, the Lord Pola himself. We have Clara assigned to the Scholar, which these are the two that I was working on ever since the start of the series. After getting Red Mage, we assigned it to Sir Elk because, well, apparently I just realized that this might be his favorite job and he's been requesting this job for a good while, so I took this. And then, since there was no one else for me to assign a name to that would actually suit the Samurai, I gave it to Zangetsu. Now, there are other jobs that I'm planning to get, but they are kind of locked behind the next expansion we're going to enter next. So, after A Realm Reborn, we're going to be entering Heavensward, and that particular expansion has the two jobs that I want for this character. So, look forward to it. We might actually find something for Darshan. And something for myself, specifically. Anyway, let's see how this goes. What's this brat doing here? Is it not wonderful, Sigurd? Nary a single presumptuous merchant has darkened our door. I know full well they will come in time, but for now, let us enjoy the respite. Dar who? I don't remember him being added to the party. Darshan Hammerheart, as you remember, our dwarven gunner. Though he hasn't been popping up though. He needs to make a channel. Pressing him to make a channel, but he's taking time. But anyway, just to let him know, Darshan has a gun waiting for him here in Eorzea. So it looks like we've managed to nab ourselves a new base. Here it is. So it looks like we have our folks from the Adventurers Guild talking about shipments and moving of resources. Our bench is still there, just like last time in the Waking Sands. We have our bench. Oh yeah, the reason why he was added to the stream, this was during, I think it was last stream or the other stream from last week. That was the time when I just got those two jobs. And we were like in the middle of the unlocking phase, so we were unlocking a bunch of stuff and trying to slowly inch the storyline. It was the one that had the unlock for the samurai and the red mage was the Sunday stream from last week, when I was still working on a few things behind the scenes. So that's why I couldn't do the Saturday stream for it. But anyway, here's our lovely Minfilia. Oh, here's everybody. Well, it is certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, for today we declare our independence. Oh, to answer your question, Solaire, I went with Limsa Luminsa since I chose the Maelstrom for the city. Since I basically decided to use the starting town as the base of operations, and the one that basically was associated to Limsa Luminsa was the Maelstrom, which is red. So without going anywhere else, I just decided, okay, I might as well pick up this city, this organization or this grand company instead. So if in case I go PvP and I do front lines or something like that, I'll be representing the red ones. So yeah. I don't know if there's a version of New York in 14, Alex. I don't know, but there's a lot of other cultures and cities and kind of real life stuff represented here in some way or form. Not completely though, but you get the idea. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, and so does our cause. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. They are all in agreement. A moment of your time, Sigurd. I would speak of Elidibus. Oh, Oriange's here. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me here, will admit no delay. Mine very attempt to contact the students of Baldessian hath been met with silence. Oh no. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No. No, I will not believe it. An outpost perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond circumvention. Have they come under attack? They would most certainly have raised the alarm. None could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. For those who lack the gift and the knowledge both. Oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught had befallen to the students of Baldessian, we may know it. Though the thought of it pains me. Until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus. It's possible the others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Okay, so some background here. Let me see if I can sneak that in later. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Ascian, perhaps? Or Osher? Or Puce? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we have gained the upper hand. When you shattered the Crystal of Darkness and cast out La Habrea, I dared to hope that we found a way to rid ourselves of the Ascian menace. But I was wrong. He endures and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Sigurd. I discern them all around in disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not who will come, I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one. Ah, my stalwart hero. Your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Kyle, where are you? Okay, explanation time. What just happened? So, one half of the... Oh, great. We still have a cutscene. Never mind. We'll explain this later. Your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the 7th Order and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes. At long last, they see. Okay, there it is. Explanation time. Here we go. Finally, I can explain this. So, among their companions and allies in the Science of the Seventh Dawn is the Students of Baldessian, which is one of the... I'm not sure if it's called a faction or an organization, but basically it's also an organization founded in Sharlayan. Sharlayan is one of the nations of Eorzea that's located in the northern MT, which is somewhere far to the northwest of sorts, away from the main continent of Aldenard and the island of Vilbrand. So, because Limsa and Vilbrand are separate from the mainland, which is Aldenard, which is where the other two countries are. So Limsa is sitting in Vilbrand. Gridania and I think this is Gridania, Alamigo, Ulda, and Ishgard are sitting in Aldenard. So these folks, these are the ones that comprise Eorzea. There's also another component that connects to Eorzea, which is Sharlayan, which is an island up to the northwest. That's where the scholars are found. Specifically, like the learned ones such as the likes of Orianger, Louisois, the likes of Alfino and Alice, Yishtola and Thancred. I think also Papalimo and Ida. Basically, the majority of the members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, like the ones that are actually working with us, are originally from Sharlayan. So, in some cases, the ones that are actually working side by side with them with facing the Primals are the ones from the students of Baldesion. But now that that particular organization went silent because of something that happened, if we're gonna get information from Sharlayan, the tricky part there is they are the types that would want to keep the knowledge in closed doors, like nobody else has to know. So procuring the required information that they need would be bloody hard. So that's the thing I have to mention there. And I think this was mentioned at some point. I'm not sure if it was mentioned here, but you might see this in a data log somewhere, or you might see this as an entry, or probably from a video. Not mine, of course, probably from any of the lore experts of this game. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn was originally comprised of two organizations that merged into one. The Circle of Knowing, which is led by Louisois, Alfino and Alice's grandfather, and the Path of the 12, which is led by Minfilia, right here. She's one of the OG leaders. So she is not only a lovely looking waifu, she is actually a high ranking official. So, and the Path of the 12 is basically comprised of folks blessed with the Echo. Technically, we're kind of part of that. In that sense. Alright. Lore dump done. Let us push with more of the story, because this is where it gets interesting. Should I push, or should we start the other quests? Let's push. Let's see how far we can reach. It's about to get interesting. Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon has been a target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seem in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that the pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly tell you what that may imply. Of course, primal summoning. Brass Blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone within the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by their lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene had the stolen goods been of mere monetary value. If there's even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart for Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous with Ishtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do. So, time to investigate a theft. Serial robbery from the looks of it. And just for kicks, we're going to play as a samurai. Oh, look, Tataru's here. I take it you've come to study the tomes as well? It is very, very important to broaden your broaden your knowledge, as Stola says. Take me with you, Sigurd, please. I said I wanted to take on greater responsibilities, but I didn't expect her to heap tomes on my desk in response. Poor little potato. And there she is, still squatting. Thancred's not here. Yeah, Thancred's not here. Oh boy. Okay, I think the faster way would be to warp. But if we're saving money, might as well use this ticket. Should start unlocking you folks. So our destination is not here, it's on the other side. Let's go. Wow, it's gone quiet. So, the optional dungeons and duties that are in this game, you usually not be linked to any duty support. We'll save them for leveling our other characters. Or rather, our other jobs, per se. Just to give us a chance to practice and level up. At the same time, this is also a possibility that we could also use to test our skills, if you will. Usually save them for last. Ah, Sigurd. Your assistance is most welcome. I have spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might be better spent in conversation with Fufulupa. He's the officer charged with leading the investigation, and I would only be repeating that which he relayed to me. If aught eluded my attention, mayhap it will not elude yours. Well, Cat Lady tried. Let's look for our friend here. Ah, here he is. Oh, hello there, Sigurd. Ishtola is said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... Ah, never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of a heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. The cart bolted off towards eastern Thanalan, where, the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage. That would seem a curious choice for thieves such as proven cunning, yet the Almalja do have a foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I failed to see what else it could... Oh no. Did you miss me, my friends? I'm back, but I fear I've come bearing disappointing news, or on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all. Thancred, wherever have you been off to? I figured you'd have everything under control here, so I took a brief excursion to the east to check on our Amalja friends. Wouldn't you believe it? I happened to run upon a runaway carriage underway, and even was able to do a little small part to help my friends in the brass blades intercept it. This guy. In all my years, I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of somnus. The blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they've ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found. Is that so? Alas, I suppose we have no choice but to resume our search elsewhere. We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Sigurd. This got interesting. Oh, there you are. You didn't leave. Against all expectations, it seems the Almalja are innocent of this particular spate of crimes. By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go to such lengths to obtain crystals and in such quantities. It cannot be we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motive was profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urianger about our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then.
Oh, audio time.
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Oh.
Far across the sea from the land of Dhona have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Dhona? It's a reference to FF6. Another reference to FF6. Dang. Can't believe it. Whew. You have a reference to FF6 over here. Oh boy. So those who are unaware, Dhona is basically the homeland of Cyan Karamod, I think was his last name. And he's the samurai for Terra's party in Final Fantasy VI. And apparently that is one of the many references to other FFs in this game. There's a lot of references here. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufalupa's brain again. Who knows? If we work together, we might find something of use nestled away within it. I guess we have to ask the guy again. Oh, but it is good to see you return. I have given some thought on the matter and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I be so blind? Calm yourself, Fufalupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escape our notice for so long, and then it came to me, what if there is someone among our own ranks conspiring with them? A traitor in our own midst. It would be the most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Fufalupa. Indeed. For reasons of security, the concern decided to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location. Their plans would be discovered the moment the brass blades were informed. But such a shipment would surely be well guarded. Would the thieves as wily as ours risk open confrontation, though? Mayhap not. But neither would the concerned be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they must instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to ensure that to entrust the goods to, let's say, a lone Mikoto miner, traveling without escort, as to not attract undue attention. But who? I see. Yes, the consignor may well elect to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerley? A fine spot for a rest, would you agree, Sigurd? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Oh, they are feeding false information. Blah, nice. Forgive me, my friends, but I have received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Crafty. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared and offer them some encouragement. There goes the plan. Come on, ya Chocobo. Take me to the location. Also, at this point, for those who missed it, our Chocobo can now fly. What can a samurai do? You're about to see it. Oh, guards? No matter. Kill them all. Oh, no you don't. Oh. You know how to do hand-to-hand combat, Ara. Nope. Oh, there's more of them. I ain't dying to this garbage hole. Too late. You're dead. And there's our samurai. Dishing out damage as always. What the hell? Look at this, folks. Dang. You really looked the part here. Stubborn to the last, as expected. You're unharmed? Yep. Gang of sea wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there's a first time for everything. Sea wolves? All of them? Aye. And all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters at Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Fofulupa will want to hear about your meeting with thieves. Okay, so I have a prediction now on what exactly is going on here. So, if you remember our previous dungeon, the very first dungeon we ran in the main story, we went into Sastasha, and in there we were assaulting a bunch of thieves. Oh, sorry, a bunch of pirates. And what's notable about them is they have like facial tattoos, which are blue or indigo in color. Apparently, the description that we just got earlier fits the description of those specific pirates. Which could mean we might be facing some tempered. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service and for service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No. I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him and made good his escape. Oh, for the love of... How did he manage to do that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling some somnus we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No. But he was quite strong. A sea wolf. Luminson, born and raised, I believe. But do not worry. We will find him. You have my word on that. I see. Pray keep me apprised to any developments. Sea wolf. Oh no, he's a Rogadin. Yes, he's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at an end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know. But one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Yep. Stoic nod it is. Alright, so our next location is... Oh, it's with him. Okay, speak up. Well, the antecedent bid me to tell you to make for Vesper Bay, where young Alphino awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident, I'm not privy on the details. While you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you, I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass blade. And when I do, you may rest assured that we will have the answers. Fortunately, our mount is gone, so we'll just have to settle with this robotic mount. Up you go. Where exactly? Down here. Well, what's up? You're late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I've been able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Othard? Well, like the rest of the nations of the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unannounced arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstance. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale. And more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, don't you think? Come with me, Sigurd. Come with me to Ul'dah. Unless I am mistaken, and I'm rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with a Sultan Sworn or on the royal promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they may be pursued by some, and if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of an unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so enjoy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. This kid. Anyway, let's warp. Off to Ul'dah. And as we reach Ul'dah, go. Let's go to top, right around here. There we go. Ah, here it is. Matters not how many times you ask, without the permissions necessary, none shall pass. I understand, good sir. We have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you should grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You know not what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with a cold heart. I know his kind well. I hope that you would find me more to your liking. Alfino Levelier at your service. A friend. Which, I believe, makes me very nearly unique in this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need some if you wish to endear yourselves to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There, you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. So, to the adventurers area. And it's amusing that we're wearing a samurai outfit. Someone who clearly looks... Oh no. I think everybody's just heard the music change. It's the Valentine's Day song. Let's see if we can make our way inside. Free from the rain. Nice. Oh.
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea from the nation of Dhona, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Dhona was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience, then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Looks like we'll be watching over the dolmens. Right. If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for some several moons and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tales of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more when you have already offered so much, desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you or your associates could spare any provisions or anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. Let's see if I can get you something. There's, oh, there she is. Momodi. Else? Why didn't you say so sooner, Sigurd? Of course I'll help. Couldn't have picked a better day, to tell you the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were due to have a banquet here on the morrow, but just sent word they can't come. Meaning I got a boatload of foodstuffs and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid for the lot in advance. Go ahead and call on Fridery and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the Little Prince's order to the Waking Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them the letters. That should send them straight. Okay. That got interesting real fast. Here then. Then through here. With this guy over here. He's in the business of feeding refugees now? I ain't normally one to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. Well, here. I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can't earn a crust deserves to go hungry. I think I get his point. If you're a capable person, at least you should use your capabilities to earn for yourself, and not to lax about and such. So please, if you can, please use your capabilities to ensure your survival. Don't lax around. My, that's a rather odd request. Mayhap you misheard her instructions? Here. No, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. Mark my words. Don't worry, this is a one-time thing. We trust you on that one. Okay, here's Moody. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand. Alright, we just did the paperwork. I dared not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. Lady Yugiri, I briefed the Frame General of your situation. I think you will be pleased to hear his reply. You have been granted an audience for the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We should return to the Royal Promenade at once. You have done so much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. And I shall choose them with care. And you will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalatable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their key. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the Royal Promenade. I guess we're going there. Alright, and time check for those who are watching. For me, it's currently at around 12 o'clock, 12:10 namely. 12:10 midnight, Central Time. So, I'm trying to gauge my energy readings right now, and I think I am starting to feel the fatigue. So, we're just gonna end this particular portion of the quest, and then we'll see if we can queue in for a trial before we could go. There's Raban. Pleasure, Sigurd. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting. Cutscene time.
I, Yugiri of Doma, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
19th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Dhona, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
Oh.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage hath fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
That is just sad right there. We had the chance already to have our friends from Doma gain sanctuary, but we've been utterly denied. So, that's just sad. Take that, yeah, die right there. Okay, so before we continue, we'll have to pull off a little something before we push to the next part of the game. So, for this, we're gonna try and do a duty. Specifically, a trial. We're going to attempt the hard version of the Bowl of Embers. I'm gonna queue on this one and see what happens. If we get lucky, we're gonna have a fight on our hands. If not, we're gonna be waiting. So this will be the last part of the stream. By the time this is done, we will end it from here. There it goes. Let's hope things will go well. But considering the time of day, this will not queue up real quick. So, well, we might not be so lucky. But let's find out if in case it's possible. Are we in luck or not? I guess not. We're still waiting. We can just sit here. There. Let's sit here with our carbuncle and rethink our decisions. Yeah, it is very funky. And hey, Zach, welcome to the stream. Yes, it is funky. This is actually the song that plays whenever the Valentine's event is available for the game. Let's enjoy the track real quick here. Even our lucky sneak is just going about. Forgot Valentine's Day is a thing. Yes, it is. I think it's a thing also with other games. Oh, here we are. Here goes our possibly only battle for tonight. This might be the only duty for tonight. And this is going to be the time when we are actually fighting alongside players. It's so fitting that we are going to face Ifrit. So last time we fought him, I think earlier in the previous streams, we fought this guy with just 4 characters. But this time, how would we fare when we're going to need 8 people instead? Time to find out. I think this will be fast, knowing that some of these are already experienced. Ooh, that is painful. Nice. Let's go center. Ah, dang it. So far so good. We're doing great. We're doing great. This is chaotic as hell. Oh boy. Boom. Oh no. It's a chain explosion. Nope. Nope. Okay, get back here. All of you. Put your barrier up. Ah, yes, here he is. So, this is the part where we're supposed to destroy the nails. We have to be fast. Crap. Oh. I got caught in the blast. Ah, dang it. Well, I was not careful. Thank you. Got it. Quick. Quick. Got a theory. Alright, back to business. I was not careful there. Oof. There we go. Ah, that was fun. Oh, yes. Somehow we got ourselves a weapon. It's good. And I think that answers a particular quest now. So, that said, I think we're all set for tonight. Let's hang out here before we end the stream. So, I think that's everything. We're going to be doing another stream again next week. I'm going to check the calendar real quick here. See if in case we got some updates. Today's the 9th. Upcoming stream might be on the 15th, which is going to be at the end, the tail end of Valentine's Day. So we're gonna have our stream there, and I think also on the 16th as well. We'll set up the rooms for those, but as to what game we'll be showing at that time, I think we might still be pushing with Realm Reborn, Final Fantasy XIV. So we're basically gonna try to finish the storyline of the Realm Reborn arc. Hopefully we manage to complete everything at that point. And then try to unlock some things as well on the side. But don't worry, we're also going to try a different game as well at some point. We're going to see if I could like sneak that in somewhere in there. So we might try a setup where we do Final Fantasy XIV on one end and then probably a different game. Probably Final Fantasy III on the next day. We're going to try that now on this upcoming week. So look forward to it. I hope I could get that thumbnail up as well, because I've been doing a lot of things behind the scenes here. Anyways, thanks for joining us here tonight. Thanks for everybody who managed to hop on to the stream. And those who are watching the VOD, I'm glad that you're here as well. Thank you for taking the time to watch. That'll be it for me now. That will be it for me. That will be it for tonight. I'll see you again in the next stream. We're going to see how far we go, and we're going to see how well the story is going to unfold. Well, that's it for today. This is Clockwork Wizard, Sigurd Chronosecht, saying good night. Have a great evening, great morning, great the rest of your day. May you walk in the light of crystal. See you all. Have a wonderful week.